So I'm going to talk today about coronavirus and just like the thumbnail says, let's just keep calm and wash our hands. Hey there, this is Tom's Tech Show, and just going to speak a little bit about coronavirus. I mean, I know it's going around, it's kind of disrupting supply lines and different things like that, and stock market going crazy a little bit. And I think, it's like any other flu, so I think it's just going to be okay, right? We're just going to, the majority of people that get it probably just have a little cough for a couple of days and then it goes away. So the numbers that we see, because and this is kind of where technology makes it worse, right? Because I can go here and I can look at this graph, this chart that just says, oh my gosh, this is all this red, all this stuff going on. Oh no, what's going to happen? I mean, still most people are in China that have it, that they know of. I mean, they're, like I said, most people are probably going to get a little cough for a couple of days, and or be completely asymptomatic and have no symptoms. I mean, California here where I live, there's 14 here that are in Los Angeles. I think they're all in quarantine somewhere. I know there's 21 people at the naval base near where I am that came off of a cruise ship that have continually been tested negative for COVID-19. So perspective here. So right now they have 3,799 deaths. So the majority of those, I believe, are going to be older people, people with some other health issues like lifelong smokers. I mean, that's one big thing. So many people smoke in China that it's really going to hit them hard, because if any smokers get it, their lungs just can't keep up. So just a little reality here. Nearly 1.25 million people die each year in a car accident. So that's 3,287 per day. Coronavirus has taken 3,799 lives in total since it started. So we're losing 3,200 people a day in car crashes. So, this isn't even nearly what some other things are. In the United States, we lose 37,000 people. We're actually pretty low based on other countries. I think our cars are safer, roads are safer. Our street lights and street systems and stuff are safer, which is why it's so important that our government use the money we give them to actually fix the roads. But that's a whole other subject, right? I do have this chart here from the WHO or the CDC, and this is like your average influenza season here. Normally we're getting, seems like 2017, 2018 was a pretty bad year for flu. But on normal, we're getting, over 30 million people get the flu just in the United States. So go back to our chart here. There's been 100,000 confirmed cases. In flu, over 30 million. So, and on average, let's see, we're seeing around maybe 400,000 people on average need to be hospitalized. And it's looking around 40,000, except for the 2018, which was 61,000 people die just of the flu. And coronavirus is now at 3799. So, yes, there's some odd things about coronavirus that are going around. The fact that it can live on a handrail or something for 9 days, that it takes 2 to 4 weeks before somebody can be getting symptoms and still be contagious in that time. So it's kind of a hidden thing going around. So I did see, I was at Walmart and I saw a guy, he pulled his shirt up and he stuck his finger in the thing to push the button on the little pin pad to, he had his debit card in there. He was pushing his pin using his finger going boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, you understand that if there was coronavirus on there, you've now transferred it into the material of your shirt. And you're going to take that home with you. Where if you would have had a little hand sanitizer thing and done your pin and then did your hand sanitizer, you would have taken nothing with you. So it's an education process, I think, for people. Just make sure Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Kind of simple things, right? I mean, I do carry this. We went to Disneyland. We carried this with us, and every couple minutes, every time we would go through handrails or do something like that, we'd make sure and just clean our hands off, and that was it. And we haven't gotten anything. I don't think anything's going through Disneyland, but there's people for traveling from all over the world there, so you never know. So it's just a little safety precaution. I do have when I work on cars and stuff, I do have my rubber gloves, so I have rubber gloves if I need them. I did find actually a fairly cheap 3-pack of the N95 mask. Has the little filter. For men, if you're going to be wearing these, make sure you shave. That's one thing I heard. Although we're not supposed to be buying these masks now, so it's kind of an odd bit of information. But we have 3, and there's 3 in my family. So, but yes, men shave because if your stubble lifts the side of the mask out, and the air will come in around the outside instead of through the filter. Little crazy tip there. We do have a shelf of food. We've been going to the store, and when this all started, we were going to the store, say, okay, we're buying this. Okay, let's buy an extra can. Okay, we're buying this. Let's buy an extra can. Buy this. Let's buy a little extra. We are, dairy-free, gluten-free, and chocolate-free, and meat-free in our house. So it may be, if there's a run on the store, what's going to be left probably is all the gluten-free stuff. So I guess we'll be okay. Or if all that's left is the gluten-free stuff, then some other people are going to, have to find out how us, gluten-free, dairy-free people live. It's fun, really. So, but, we bought water and stuff like that. I mean, other things happen, right? We had fires, we had termites where we had to leave the house, different things like that. We're near the ocean, so there could be, the drainage here is horrible, so the streets can flood, different things can happen, so it's just a good idea, right, to have some stuff. And make sure you rotate out some of the things, like the water shouldn't be in the plastic things for more than a few months, so every once in a while just, rotate those out, use it and put another one there, and don't forget your pet food. Make sure you have enough, food for your pets and stuff like that. Just some simple common sense things, right? There's no need to go, pound and empty, Costco's and get in fights and all that. That's just it's not helpful or productive, and panicking just isn't helping at all. So the little reality check, so many other things take lives over coronavirus, right? And the only big problem was that it started hugely in China, and their totalitarian society is, basically locking people in their houses and trying to force them to go back to their jobs and things like that. So a few items. I mean, it's a good thing that in some ways our economy is good and more companies are moving their processes back to the United States. That's, a good thing, to not be so outsourced to other countries, to be as independently sufficient, like we're off of everybody else's fuel, so we don't have to worry about, any other countries giving us gas or fuel or anything like that. So that's a good thing. So, those supply chains can't be, really changed or stopped because we're independent of that, right? So that's good things, right? So the U.S. is going to be fine. It's just going to be a couple of months, and it'll all calm down, and things will come back and be back, the way they should be. But just do the common sense things, right? I have a little bit extra food. Okay. I've got some hand sanitizer, and, make sure you got stuff to wash your hands, antibacterial soap, whatever, hanging around, and stuff to wash your hands with. And that'll be it. And then it'll move on, and there'll be something new next year or the next year. Something else will happen in a couple of years, and it'll be kind of the same. And you'll be glad, hey, I already have all this stuff stocked up. I'm good to go, right? So, all right, well, just remember, keep calm, wash your hands, and just be kind to each other, all right? Thanks for watching this one, and for sure this time, take care.